Hey everyone, it's Elaine with Sweet Stampin'. Thank you guys for being here. Hey Pam, hey Carrie, thanks for joining in. I just cut out one of these pieces, so I'm trying to get all the little pieces off, but I thought it would be cool to try cutting it out of the metallic paper that's part of the suite. And I'm talking about the Autumn Toile suite that coordinates with the Falling for Toile Paper Pumpkin, which I'm going to be doing today. I'm just trying to get all these little pieces out because there's so many little pieces. So thank you guys for joining me. Let me refresh that. Hope you guys are having a good week, good start to your week, that you had a nice weekend. We just chilled. I can't even remember. I don't even remember from weekend to weekend what I did anymore. Hey Connie, thanks for popping in, and Joan. I appreciate you guys joining. All right, so lots to get to today. Not only am I going to talk about the Falling for Toile Paper Pumpkin, but also the Autumn Toile Suite and a couple of specials that Stampin' Up! Has coming up next month, which is very exciting. The first of which is a starter kit offer, and they are offering the starter kit for either $99 and you get $189 worth of product, which is crazy. They've never done that before. The most has been, I think it was the last time they had a join offer, they did 35. Well, this is 80. So this is double the amount, which is amazing. Yeah, it's super hot here too, Carrie. Like it said, it was going to be 95 here in September, which is not typical. So pretty warm. And then tomorrow it's going to be like in the 70s. So kind of strange weather. High 70s, but still 70s. So kind of strange weather. Yeah. Okay, popping all these out. And so the join offer will start at the beginning of October. So if you would like to get the starter kit and join my team, that would be, I think, a really good time because this is the best join offer that Stampin' Up! Has ever had. They will also have another option where if you just want the starter kit for less, it will only be, and I have to double check the price, so I'm not quoting the wrong price, but it will be a significant amount less, which is also amazing. Almost have all these pieces out. This looks really cool. Really cool. Can't wait to put this on a card. So pretty. This suite is so pretty. Like it's not a suite, like the colors and the stamps are not my favorite, I would say, but I have really enjoyed using it and playing with all the different elements of the suite because there's so many neat things that you can do with them. And so it's been really fun. Oh, there's this one piece that just does not want to come out. You know, that one piece, kind of like that one kid. I shouldn't say that. Okay, let's see here. Oh, there's one more piece. There we go. I think I got them all now. I think I got them. Okay, so pretty. Look at that. Okay, I'm excited to do that. All right, so like I said, today we're doing Falling for Toile. But first, we are going to review the cards from last week, which were from the Paper Pumpkin. No. Beautiful Pumpkin. Oh my gosh, there's too many pumpkins. Beautiful Pumpkin bundle. So let me put all this away now that I've made a mess right before. Like I had this all clean and neat and then I made a mess again. Imagine that. Okay, so let us review and then we will do the raffle. So let's go here. And here are some of the cards that I showed and made for last week's live. So this was one of the cards I finished up after the live. So I ended up stamping and coloring. So I did that on the live, but then I went ahead and added the frame and all the extra leaves. And I think it came together quite nicely. So I had shown these cards And we also made this card, and then I added this card after, and I actually shouldn't be showing you that because that's part of my tutorial pack. So if you purchase $50 in product this month, you're gonna see and get the tutorial for that card. And then here's how the Happy Halloween pumpkins came out. So spooky. And then I did one more because I had some pumpkins left over. So I went ahead and embossed with the exposed brick. And then I stamped all around again, kind of like I did on this card. And so these are all the fun pumpkin cards. So we are going to give away either the Halloween pumpkin card or the Toile pumpkin card, okay? So let's go to our wheel of names. Woohoo! And I've got everybody's names in here that commented and shared. And so we're going to spin the wheel and let's see who the lucky winner is. Oh my goodness, yay, it's Gwen. Gwen from Hawaii. Gwen, I need your address. I don't have your address. Send me your address, Gwen. And you get to pick which pumpkin card you want, and I will send it to you. So I'm gonna write your name down on this little Post-it note so I remember, and I'm gonna put the two cards right over there, and that's gonna help me. And then we'll go back over here, and I need also my little book. I like to write it in my little book too. So Gwen G, got it. So let's see. I feel like I'm taking roll too. Ha! All right. And then I saw Connie too. Connie. Okay. Now we get to the good stuff. Da-da-da. Let's see. Let's go here. And we have just a little reminder. If you want to subscribe to the Cozy Christmas Paper Pumpkin Kit, that's the next kit coming up. It's going to be a Christmas theme. Let's see, you have to do it by October 10th. It's going to be 9 cards, and there's going to be stitched look flocking, shiny red embellishments, and flocked accents. So it's going to be a cool kit, and I'm curious about the November kit too because it has this box. I love little boxes. So yes, cozy. What did I say? Did I say something different? I meant to say cozy. So Cozy Christmas. And then we have our kit. Oh, and Tiffany, I'm glad you're here. I don't have your address. I have the envelope all ready to go, and I realized I don't have your address. So will you email or private message me your address so that I can send you your card that you won from last week? That would be great. Okay, so here's the Falling for Toile. There's 3 designs, cards, and then we've got the kit, the add-on, which is sold out, and the ingredients, plus it tells us all the colors. So this is what I go off of right here. I get all these colors together. So we've got Cajun Craze, Crumb Cake, Darling Duckling, Pecan Pie, Timid Tiger, and the Metallic Chocolate Bronze. So super pretty colors. So here are the regular cards cut in half, because you guys know I always cut them in half. So here's one of the first ones. So I cut it in half, and then I followed it. I stamped the birds and the sentiment, and I put everything where it recommended to go. And then this one, I cut the card in half, but I switched it around a little bit because I felt like this on the other side was kind of strange to me. So I put it on this side with a bow, and I added some of the Cajun Craze gold that we used last week that I just love because it goes with the Cajun Craze right there too, and the Cajun Craze ink. So why not add some Cajun Craze on there? And then this card, let's see, I changed it a tiny bit. You know, I added some Cajun Craze, but it's pretty much the same. So those are the 3 original cards. So I like the original cards. Yeah, sometimes at first glance, I don't like the paper pumpkin, but I always just get at least one kit, because normally I get 3. One kit just to give it a chance, give it a try. And so far, I have not been disappointed. I have enjoyed all of the kits. All right, so those are our regular cards, okay? And then this is my card for the tutorial. Don't you love it? It's so pretty. This pecan pie. So if you want it, you can subscribe or you can purchase it for $15. It will be available October 1st. So, woo! I know, I'm such a tease. Okay, so here's, so I cut this out, but I decided to keep all the frames. Have I used, no, I haven't used it to make an acorn. I will check that out. I haven't tried, and then I was gonna bring it into this live, but then it just got discontinued. So I decided not to use it. But anyway, so I used the low profile Mossy Meadow dots that I love so much from the Pear Suite. And then I was a little bit crazy and meticulous, but I ended up cutting all of these little leaves off into single leaves. Look how crazy I am. All those little leaves to be my shaker elements, because I thought those would be super cool, right? Leaves on the trees all scattering and blowing around. So cool. So that's one card I made with the suite, and all I included from the kit was that. But, oh, and this too, the card. There is this paper. So the Autumn Toile paper does have that pattern on the back of one of these. I can't remember. Oh, it's this one. So it is similar, but this is from the kit. And then this is simply from the suite, the paper, and I love the branching out dies. So I've been using them on everything. And then it looks like I'm missing a dot. Where did my dot go? I'll have to put my dot back on. So there was another dot there, because usually I don't do 2, I do 3. So that is from the suite. Let's make sure you can see all of these. And then let's see, what's this? This one is similar. And I embossed this with the birch. This is the one we made at my fall retreat. And we used some of that metallic paper. This one is watercolored. So I used Mossy Meadow and Pecan Pie and watercolored it very lightly because I did not use watercolor paper. And to add a little bit of extra texture, I don't know if you can see that on there. Let me know if you can see. I stamped the tree in the early espresso off on a sheet of paper and then on the background here to give it a little bit of texture. I don't know, I have a hard time with plain cardstock. I like it to have texture or be stamped on or something. So that's my watercolored one. And then, oh, that's my tutorial one. I can't show you that one. Okay, and then this one, I love making these cards because they're so fun when you have any kind of DSP, two-sided DSP. These cards are really fun to make. Look how cute that is. That looks like a fall harvest card, and wishing you the happiest of days. This could be a birthday card, right? So I like it. I like it. And so I did this with both sides of the DSP. So this side has one side and this side has the other side. Tricky, huh? And so I was debating if I should color these pumpkins in or just, I kind of think I might just leave them. I don't know. No, when I look at my screen, I think I need to color them. But when I look at it here, I think it looks okay. So, okay, let's see here. So maybe we'll color this one and then we'll stamp the inside. So yes, I stamped the inside. This is basic beige, and then I stamped some of the rocks on the bottom. So many fun things and cards. See what I mean? I just really got into it. So, oh, I found the dot. No, that's a Cajun Craze dot. Where did this one come from? Oh dear. I was like, I felt something. Not from this one. These are, this one's the one that's missing one. Where did this come from? Oh no, it didn't come from this or that. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to put it back on here. I don't want to lose it, and we'll find where it belongs later. So hang tight, little guy. Okay, so put these all away. And then this is some of that trim, the irregular weave, what do they call it? Irregular weave trim. It's interesting, but let's try and use it. Let's try and use it up. Okay, so these are all good. No dots on here. Any dots in there? In my little holder? No? Okay. So we'll put a dot on there. Okay, so then I did that same pattern with this DSP. And I put a little piece of white inside that we can stamp. And then just some acorns. And then we can do some kind of sentiment or something across there is what I was thinking. So I think I would color this the Mossy Meadow, and then we could stamp the bottom with some of those rocks in the Early Espresso and Mossy Meadow. I think that would look cool. So here's the Mossy Meadow, and let's see. So these are all, this is the stamp set that comes with the kit. So it has pumpkins, acorns, it has some leaves, and for the Wishing You card, I put the 3 leaves on 1 block, so that way I could just stamp them all the way around without having to do one at a time. So I cut my time by 1/3. So that's a little trick that I saw. And then some sentiments. So I've got them all here ready for using. And then the envelopes, usually I'll cut up the envelopes, but this time there's really no design on the inside. And the flap, I don't know. I haven't cut any of them up. Maybe I will, but I haven't decided on that yet. So those are the envelopes. And then we also have, as I mentioned, the streak dots are a part of this suite as well. And this suite is a mega suite because it has 2 bundles. So I should point that out too. It's got the autumn trees and the amber autumn. So I'm like mixing all of these together. So the amber autumn has dies to cut out the 2 images, and then some extra leaf dies, and then this really cool die. This is the one that I just used to cut the metallics out of. That's why it's got all these little pieces of paper in it. So we're gonna check that out because I'm looking forward to that one. And then this one here is the autumn trees. And so it has a whole bunch of dies, the tree die that you saw, and then dies to cut out all the images. You could do like a 3D image. And I have a really cool thing that I'm gonna do with this die. You're gonna love it. And then this is the leaf die that you can put on top of here. You can cut it, trim it down, and put it here. And you can layer it. We're gonna layer it and so many things. So those are the items in the suite. So now I can go find my rocks and rills. Let's see, rocks, more rocks. I'm not exactly sure what this stamp is. What would you, is just like a filler for the leaves or something, maybe? That's kind of what it looks like. So I wasn't sure about that one. Okay, so let's do, this one I think should be Mossy Meadow. Let's do that right down there. I didn't put it all the way down to the bottom. Oh well, I guess I'll try to not do that. With the next one, Mossy Meadow, we'll do these rocks. So let me just see what they look like. Remind myself. Actually, I'm gonna go like that, kind of go underneath a little bit. And then I'm gonna bring this back again, and I'll go up again. Oh dear, I just stamped it in early espresso. Ah, well, at least it was a darker color. See, that's why I don't have two ink pads open next to each other very much, because that happens. I'm sure that's never happened to you, right? Oh, we need the sentiment. We'll do the sentiment in, I think, Mossy Meadow. So I am really liking this, wishing you the happiest of days. I feel like that's very usable for a lot of different occasions. There we go. And then if you want to, we could stamp some pumpkins on the ground. That's what I should do on this one right here. And we could do some birds flying in the sky. Let's see, are they flying this way or this way? Let's do, what color should the birds be? Actually, I don't think I want to do the birds. Just leave it. Just leave it how it is. Okay. There we go. So basically for this card, it's a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 cardstock. And then this is 12 by 5 1/4, and you score it at 2 and 4, and then 8 and 10. And then you just fold over the corners. If you want, you can trim, but it's just easier to fold them over. And then if you want, you can tack them down so it opens like that. But I like opening it like this. I think it looks better when you open it like that. So then let's color. And I used crumb cake for this. So let's see, do I have crumb cake here? I want to try, let's see what the gray granite looks like, because I think this color right here is gray granite. Let's just see what it looks like. Which one am I using? Dark. We'll do some dark here on the acorns. And we'll do some dark on top here. And then kind of following where all the lines from the stamp are, I can add the dark. Add more over here. And then we can add the light and kind of blend that all in on the top. And there we have our gray granite acorns. I don't know if acorns come in gray granite, but we're just gonna go with it. And then we can do the leaves in Mossy Meadow. So Mossy Meadow, we'll just do, okay, I've started to have to wear glasses when I need to look at things up close. So I'm officially old. So even coloring, sometimes I have to like look up at it, or I don't know, to squint. Like over there, I can't really see the distinction, but it's also kind of, you know, crumb cake is a light color. So giving myself excuses. Let's do this one. Ooh, I love new, ooh, colors so nicely. I love new blends markers. Okay. Don't you love it when you have a new blends marker to color with, and it just colors so nicely, and I like coloring. And my hands are starting to get shaky too now. Ugh. Two not good things for crafting. Also, I'm taking a drafting class. Like, not, you know, architects do it, but it's not it's not to the level of like an architecture class. It's pretty basic and very beginning, but it's very interesting. But I'm definitely having to wear glasses to be able to see, because the teacher wants the measurements to be like really precise. And honestly, I'm not a super precise person. I'm more of a get the job done person. See, voila, get it done. So I'm trying my best in that class. So I have to bring my spectacles with me. Okay, lots of dimensionals. And we're gonna just kind of put it that way. I'm glad I did the gray granite. I think the gray granite looks nice. It goes with that nicely. And then a sentiment. We could use one of these, thinking of you, thankful, thinking of you. Yeah, I think thinking of you would be the best one. And we did that in Mossy Meadow. So let's do this in Mossy Meadow. And then we'll find a cool die to cut it out with. Thinking of you. Or wait a second, we have those pieces. I still have a couple of these left over from the kit that I haven't used yet. So maybe we'll try one of these. Huh. Oh, magnifying. Yes, I have a magnifying glass in the bathroom. So when anybody gets an owie or a splinter, I can easily turn the bad boy on. It's got a nice light. Maybe I should get another one for here so I can color better. Okie dokie. So save this one, and then this one, it looks kind of crooked, but whatevs, we're gonna use it. Go across like that. We'll use the little mini dimensionals, or we could use the edge. No, we'll just use the mini dimensionals, it's fine. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Ta-da! Thinking of you. Nice. And then if you want it to like stay closed, you could use the magnets like I've done before, or Velcro. I don't like using Velcro anymore because it's just, it rips the paper and rips things. But this one isn't too bad. It'll stay closed. And we need to add some dots here. Some of these guys. Huh, did some come off? Because they're sticky there, but there's no dots. That's weird. Okay, gotta get rid of those or they will cause problems. Now, let us see here. Let's do a large one, like a dark large one over here. Ooh. And then 2 of the small ones. Uh-oh. This one wants to leave the sticky behind. Okay, there we go. There we go. And then this is a nice dark one. Put up there. Okay. Yay! So these are really fun cards to do. I really enjoy doing them. So we'll put that over there. That's done. And so this is going to be similar. It's just the DSP is flipped. And so I stamped this using sponge daubers, and I kind of pounced it. So I did Cajun Craze, and then I did Mossy Meadow, and then I colored it with the pecan pie. So I think this is going here, although it just seems kind of small. So I hadn't totally figured that out yet. So I'm going to put that aside. I'll have to think about this one. Think about it. Ooh, and now I can put the missing one on here. Because see, if I put it on here, I'm going to find it, right? If you buy another one, you'll find the one that you lost. It's always what happens. Okay, we're gonna move the originals out of the way as well. And let's do our next one. So, I can't see. It's hard to see the plastic. Okay, we got this back in here. We're putting this aside. And let's see, I don't want to do this one yet. I think this one is really cool. Okay, how cool is this? So this one is a piece of one of the cards. So it's the other side. And I think I'm gonna trim it down a tiny bit so it's not larger than the tree one. So let's give it a little trim. We can go to right about there. All done?
Yeah.
All right. Do I need?
I was gonna show him what to lubricate. I don't know if he's busy. If he's busy, that's fine.
Yeah, he's on a call still.
Yeah, Donald is, or Scott is on, but
Okay.
just lubricating the springs once a year will make them last twice as long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Write that down.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Close it. Want me to close it on?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Sorry about that. We were getting our garage door fixed because the spring broke. Like we came home this morning and I pushed the garage door and it went open like a tiny bit and then closed. And so my husband's like, you double tapped it. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And so he pressed it and it did the same thing. And I'm like, see, I didn't double tap it. So we kept trying and we're like, something's wrong, something's broken. So he went inside and there's two springs on either side of the garage door and one of them was broken in half. So lubricate the springs and they will last twice as long. There's your house tip of the day for the springs. Oh, I already said springs. So garage door. I have to write these things down or I forget. So this is to tell my husband. We'll see if I remember. Okay, so I trimmed that. And then we are here. And let's tack this down. And put this in the middle. And then we're going to pop this up. So this is from the kit. I don't know if you can see, but it has a, what would you call that? Like a material look to it, like a cloth, like a weaved cloth, like a cotton cloth. Anyway, it looks really cool. And so I want to keep it kind of as is. I'm not gonna stamp on it or emboss it or any of that because I think it's just, like I said, nice as is, but I am gonna put a ton of dimensionals on here just because it has a very big opening. So gotta kind of fill that up so it doesn't collapse. So we'll put a couple underneath here. So when I was cutting out all the trees, like I said, for the other cards, I kept all of these frames when I was cutting them out and I tried to center them so that I could use them on other cards. So yay, we get to use this one on another card. Okie dokie. So now I gotta remove all of these. I need a magic remover wand. Remove all the backings for me, please. Okay. Yay. So now we can put this on. It's going to be a simple card, but really pretty, I think. Okay, there we go. So we just used two of the card pieces. And then this little deer is from the autumn stamp set. Which autumn stamp? The autumn trees stamp set. There's too many autumn stamp sets. And so I'm gonna pop him up on some dimensionals and then we just need a sentiment, I think. So here's our deer, our little deer. And then I think just a sentiment in maybe basic beige or white. I kind of think the basic beige looks nice. I don't know. Basic beige. White. Let's see what vanilla looks like. Not the vanilla. Actually, I'm thinking white. We'll do white. Okay. So, well, I already did this one, Thinking of You. And I still do have this one that I could do. We could make it go this way if needed. Kind of got a little bump in it. Thinking of You. Well, let's try it. We're gonna stamp it in pecan pie or pecan pie, however you like to say it. And where did it go? Here it is, Thinking of You. I remember it's kind of bowed. I'm gonna fix it. Let's fix it. Somehow it did not go on the block correctly. So I just like to put it down and then pick it up with the block so that hopefully it didn't get all wonky. I'm gonna turn on my little fan because I'm warm. It's pretty warm here. Okay, so hopefully this is straighter. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, okay. La la la. Isn't it pretty? I'm so glad you guys think it's pretty too. I'm not crazy. We have to ask ourselves that sometimes. Am I crazy? And we have to say, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm a little crazy. Ooh, that looks pretty. And then, what do we do with this stuff? Like a little bit right there. It's kind of weird stuff, huh? Okay, yeah, let's cut off. Let's do like 2 pieces of it. Weird stuff. And we'll just tack down some stuff right here. And then we can we'll go kind of crisscross applesauce. Crisscross applesauce. And then we will put maybe some of these on here. I'm gonna use some of the end dimensionals, or edge dimensionals. Use them all. Okay. Here we go. So I think we need a little bit more adhesive for this one then, because it popped right back up. Okay, Thinking of You. You can barely see the irregular trim. I don't know if I like the irregular trim. You can barely see it on there anyway. Well, I don't like it crisscross. I don't think it looks good crisscross. Maybe it would look better just straight. So let's check it out. And let's put it straight. And so we'll put this one straight. Make everything straight, and then we'll go like this. Okay, that looks a bit better. Woo! Oh my gosh, I really like that one. And it's so simple, and I didn't plan it or design it. It just kind of, I saw them, they got put together somehow, and I was like, wow, that's actually really pretty. So there's that, simple. I really want to put some embellishments on it, but no, I think I'm gonna restrain myself. So there's another one. And then here is the other piece of the first one that we did. Is that the first one that we did? I don't even remember anymore. But here's the piece, one of the pieces that I cut out. And here's another branching out dies, and then some of the DSP. So I'm gonna trim this one down. I like stripes. So this is a nice one. So let's see if this fits. Okay, I'm gonna cut off a little bit more of this side then. I think I cut the bottom a little bit too much, but it's okay. There we go. Oh. Oh, you like the trim. What do you like about the trim? I'm just curious. The irregularness. The weave. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna put this down flat because we're gonna have a lot of layers. Whoa. Okay, so there's our card base. Cute, cute. And then we're gonna put the tree on there. Oh, no, no, no. I'm gonna put the tree on there. Yes, we're gonna put the tree on there. You can just barely see the DSP, but oh well. I did another size one, the smaller one, and I didn't like it. I felt like, what do you think? I felt like it was too small. But I like that you can see more of the DSP. Oh, sorry, I gotta go get the cat. Pepper, get down. Get off. Get down. What are you doing? She's on the kitchen table. So many distractions today. She's eating my hydrangeas. These are my hydrangeas from my hydrangea bush outside. This one, I didn't push it deep enough in the water, so it dried out. But this one is really pretty, isn't it? So pretty. I love hydrangeas. Okay, I'm saving my hydrangeas from the cat. I'm gonna have to keep them over here. Oh my gosh, they're gonna make a mess though. Okay, I'll put them over here. They're already like shedding everywhere. Okay, so back to this. We were saying, which is better, the large one or here's the small one? So the small one, what do you think? So small one. Or, actually I think the small one might work. Large one. Yeah, because the large one, yeah. The large one, the hydrangeas smell really good. Smell really, really, we're gonna do the small one, I think. I think the small one's better. Okay, so I have things cut out here. Here's some of the leaves. And I have some leaves from the Circle of Season dies too, and then a little piece left over from when I was cutting all the leaves for the shaker, that shaker card. That's where this came from, the shaker card. Okay, so we're going to put this one down flat, and I'm wondering if I should stamp it or texturize it, but no, I'm gonna restrain myself from doing every crazy little thing. And we're gonna put this right on here. So this is basic beige. And then I wonder what it would look like with gray granite, because I feel like that's more gray granite. And then let's go ahead and put the leaves on before we tack down the tree. So I'm just gonna dot some glue on the leaves here. The hydrangeas smell really lovely. I used to have 3 amazing hydrangea bushes. And then when we renovated, we bumped the garage out, and before I could tell them I wanted to save the hydrangeas in pots, they threw them away. I was super, super sad. It's like, dude, why wouldn't you ask first? Why would you just throw it away? I don't know. That was very sad. Okay, so here's some of our leaves, and you can, you know, put them on however you want. And then we're just gonna put a little bit of pecan here to go with this. So we'll just kind of let that dry. And then I'm running out of dimensionals. I wonder why. Okay, put a little one right there. Cut this one. I'll go right here. And then I've been going through dimensionals like crazy lately. I don't know. Here. And I feel like one right there. And then one right there. And then a Okay, that should be good. All right, so now let's put the tree on. Okay. Oh, good, you guys said small. Yeah, so you can see the DSP. Otherwise, it's all covered up and you can't even see it. Kind of sad. Okie dokie. So yeah, our tree just like barely fits on there. Let's scoot it down just a tiny, there we go, just a tiny bit. Okay, nice, like it. Okay, so now we need a little sentiment. So this unfortunately doesn't really fit very well, but thinking of you, don't want thankful, don't want thanks. So here's the Amber Autumn, and I put them all in these little oh, that's what somebody was asking me. These little plastic bins that I put my stamps in. These are from Daiso, of course. They are great. They hold the blocks and the stamps, and then I can keep them a little bit organized. So I can say, okay, these are the Amber Autumn and Autumn trees. These are the Paper Pumpkin Kit ones. And then I also have a whole nother bin for some other ones, like the branching out dies. And so, it doesn't fit. And that doesn't fit. Oh. I could steal this from the other one. No, I think a lighter color would be better. And we do have the thankful. Yeah, I don't know. Thankful. I wish there was one that just said thanks. I'm gonna look for one that just says thanks, but this one says hello, and there's all the Halloween ones. And then I do think I have a thanks one from the Everyday Arches under here. Oh, it's too tall. It's too tall. I want that perfect sentiment. And these little things, stack on each other. So that's really great too, so that I can just stack them all up here and they're kind of out of the way a little bit. And on this, what, 8-foot table, 8 foot, this is longer. It's just like full of stuff. Okay, so we will find a thank you for that. And then we'll add all these fun little elements and some street dots, and voila, that will be done. Okay, next, let's see. I kind of want to do this one. So this is that card in half. Let's see if you can see on here. Can you kind of see that there's like, it looks like texture, cloth texture on it, kind of, yeah. So there's this cloth texture on it. Oh my gosh, I can reverse it too. So, so this card, look, it's the reverse of this card. Totally doing that. Okay, but this card, so this is what I cut out of that. So we're going to, I think I need to trim this a little bit. So let's trim it a teeny tiny bit. There. Just kind of get rid of those edges or whatever. Okay, so this will go on here. And then we'll pop up our tree. We'll put our leaves. I did some Mossy Meadow and Cajun Craze. So it's going to be very colorful. And I didn't poke out any of the little things. So let's see, should we do the, yeah, we're going to do the Cajun Craze first, because this is only a partial, because I was cutting all those leaves. So I should probably get my silicone mat out so I'm not getting glue all over my other mat. So this is the Cajun Craze. So we can get a little bit of glue on here. Let's see. Oh no, they're poisonous to cats. That's not good, because she was totally eating them. Oh, great. Now I have to worry about the cat too. Okay, well, I'm gonna look that up. She didn't really eat a lot though, because I heard it crunching, and I was pretty quick to get her off of it. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to keep the hydrangeas locked up now. Darny darn darn. Okay, so this is the first piece. Let's put it up over here. Those look nice together, I think. Okay, and now our mossy meadow piece we're gonna put on top. So we're gonna layer it. So that's another thing that you can do with these leaves is you can layer them, you can trim them to different pieces and place them wherever you want them. So, you know, I could trim off that one and this one, that one, this one, and put it all over. But in the interest of time, I'm just going to kind of offset them. How did I do this before? That looked good. Okay, like that. I'm gonna offset them from the other ones. Oh, it's sticking to my hand. Okay, so now we get the block and we just put that on there and hopefully that'll help glue it. Wipe my hand off. Okay, so now I want to use this little one for this, and I had the branching out dies, and it has this cute, it has two cute little saying. It has happiest birthday wishes, which unfortunately don't get, but it also has this one, and this one is love, sending lots of love. Let's see, how many people used to craft together around your craft room table? Yes, it was 10 people. I could get 10 people at the table, but now there's just stuff. My goal is to clean it up eventually. Eventually, I will find places for all of my lovely things. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of Versamark to coat it before I do the Cajun Craze so that it doesn't stain as much. So stamp that right there in the middle, and it fits perfectly. So I really like the branching out bundle. The dies are definitely one of my favorites. Okay, wipe that off a little bit. Okay, so we have our tree, and now we need a million more dimensionals. Let's see if I can kind of be judicious. I don't know if I can do that. Because there's just a lot of places that you can put the dimensionals to help it look nice. Okay, we're just gonna do these. Okay, I'm gonna close this before I put my hand or something in it, because that has happened before too. A hand or an elbow or an arm. Okay. Ooh. So here's our tree. It's nice. And then we have this Scent with Love. And what else did I have with it? I thought I had more with it. But I think that's it. So we'll just put a dimensional on this, and maybe we'll add some Cajun Craze. And no, I like it right there. Ooh, right there. And maybe we'll put some Cajun Craze on it. Okay, this was our one that we found. Hopefully it's still kind of sticky. Yeah, it's still sticky. And then a medium one about here. And then a small one up here. Ooh, she will be sick and have diarrhea. Okay, I will be watching. Okay, so there's our next card. I really like it. Where did the other one go? Look at how nice those look together too. Okay, now let's do the opposite of this one. But I have some elements of the kit that we can add on top. I thought would be kind of fun. So this one needs to be cut down a little bit more again, like I did with the other one. We'll cut this down to like 3 3/4. Okay, and then we can put this one down. So there's so many fun things. So many fun things. I just love creating with all these fun things. Okay, and then this is going to get popped up with many dimensionals. Many, many, many. And then do some mini dimensionals too. Mini. Okay. Uh-oh. Let's see, which one did I already remove the backing off of? Okay, that should be good. Okay, let's see. Now we can do the frame or the shadow of the tree. Shadow? No, frame. Frame. That's sticky too. Okay. Okay, I just noticed a couple things. Little piece right there. I saw another little piece somewhere. Yeah, even these cards have little tabs on them. Okay. So we'll pop this up. Very nice. Okay, so now, like on this card, it had all these elements. So I thought it would be interesting if we put them on this card. So there's 2 leaves, 2 bunches of leaves. They're the same, but different colors. So those are gonna kind of go over here. And of course they're gonna be on dimensionals. But this time I will try not to use quite so many. And then I think a little one. Okay, we'll go to about there. And then this one, I think we can forego the dimensionals and just add it to the top, because I'm gonna like really layer it over there, because this one's sticking out too much. It's okay. Okay, and we'll tuck these ones in later. And then what sentiment? This is way too small. The happy birthday wishes. I think this will be fine. Wishes, wishing you the happiest of days. Okay, so let's do pecan pie. What were the trays called again? So I'm guessing you're talking about these. I don't know the specific name, but they're at a store called Daiso. It's like a Japanese dollar store. It's one of my favorite stores. So if you look back on my Facebook, you'll see me in front of it. I like to take pictures in front of each one that I go to. And these are kind of in the storage section, and they come in all kinds of sizes. So there's this size, and then we have this little size right here. Good for holding little things. And then we have this size right here. Good for holding your blends that you're currently using. And then these are also some of my favorites, because look at how nicely they hold cards. And I think there's a couple other sizes too. Oh, there's this smaller size. This is a sanding block. So lots of sizes. Those are the main ones. There's also like a one that's a little bit wider than this one, which is nice too. So I use a lot of them for all my stamp stuff and cards and everything. So wishing you the happiest of days. And I am going to put this on dimensionals. And we're gonna pop that up right in the middle there. And then I'm gonna trim off the ends of these so I can hopefully stick them in further, maybe even more than the ends. And then I'm just going to put these on mini dimensionals, I think, and see if I can get them. Oh yeah, that one's nice. There we go, I like that one. And then this one. Uh-oh, I forgot the ribbon. No, we can't forget the ribbon. Okay, we're going to do a little card surgery here. I'm gonna move this out of the way. See, it's already stuck on me. Okay, so move this out of the way and do a little bit of card surgery because I really want that ribbon on there, because I think it'll look really nice with the pecan. Okay, a little tricky when it's on the leaf. I almost got it. Ah! Okay, so now sticking ribbon down is tricky. Okay, so about like that. So you can use the seal. It is strong, but you have to also like use it inside again to hold the second one in place. So that hopefully should hold it in place. We'll let you know next year if it's still holding. And then you really want the dimensionals have a hard time sticking to ribbon sometimes. There, it's so nice. And then we're gonna put this one over here, and then this one, gonna put, let's see, right there. Ta-da! I like it. Nice. So there's another one, and then you could add some, I might even add some of the yellow low profile dots, or maybe if I can find something in pecan pie. Okay, so that's one using the materials, some of the materials from this one and the back, and then materials from the other card. So just mixing it all up. Okay. So I'm still gonna skip that one because I have more. So hang in here, or if you need to go, you can come back and watch the replay, but there are just too many ideas for cards. So I'm gonna trim this just a tiny bit, get rid of those little tabby things, and make the edges a little bit straighter. And then we're gonna do the same pecan on early espresso. So we're gonna go dark. And we're gonna use some of the same pieces as we did on the previous card. So we still have these, but we're gonna add this stylish shapes piece right here. And so this one is going to be on the dimensionals this time. So we're gonna do like that. And then we will maybe put the leaves on dimensionals. I don't think so, because I wanna put that on dimensionals. So I was gonna I don't wanna center it. I want it to kind of be off to the side. So let's see if I want to do dimensionals. I don't think I need to do dimensionals on these. So I'm just gonna put these down flat. Otherwise, I'm gonna have too many layers and I won't be able to send it in the mail. So we're just gonna layer those over I kind of want it to come out. Yeah, I think I am gonna have it come out a little bit more. It's not gonna be like an even card. It's gonna be, oh, no, 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 that doesn't look good. No, nope. Nope, we're gonna do it in the center. More surgery. Okay, this time I need my little palette knife to help me lift this up a little bit. Oh, I don't like that squeaky sound. Okay, and I'm gonna need the adhesive remover on some of these guys. On the edges here. Okay, and then the other ones will be covered, so it should be fine. And then I'm going to keep these dimensionals, and I'm just gonna use a little bit of seal on them to get the sticky back. So I'm not wasting dimensionals. That's my little trick. And we are going to center it. All right, we centered it. So, but now I can play with the leaves a little bit more, so I can make them come off the circle a little bit more, which I think is better. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna stamp it this time in the early espresso. Oh, don't forget the ribbon. And then we'll stamp that right in there. Oh, that H did not stamp. Let's try and get the rest of the H. Not bad. It's okay. Okay. Get our metallics here, and I'm just going to cut off the ends again. They serve no point. Ha! If you're going to tuck them underneath something anyway, so. Okay, so now we're going to do the ribbon again. So we're going to go like this, and then we're going to put some of that seal inside, and then we'll go like that again, and then this will also get some dimensionals. I think I do want one in the center since the ribbon is there too. Okay, and that will go in the center. And then now we can do these. I think I can fit a regular dimensional on there. So we'll fit one up here and two down there again. And then I can also do, I think, some streaked dots on this one. So streaked dots. Let's see. Yeah, those look nice. It'd be nice if they had like metallic ones like that. I think that would look cool. Oh, I see. There's an issue here. Okay, I have two choices. I can double pop this, or I can use a tiny bit of cornstarch. I'm just gonna put some cornstarch on the back of that, so it's not sticking down, it's staying up, because I don't want to do 2 layers of dimensionals. I don't know, I just don't like doing that. Okay, so now it's not. Yeah, cornstarch in a little pantyhose thing. That will help get sticky stuff if you don't want it to be sticky in certain areas. So I always have that little thing, and then there we go. Another lovely card. Okay, they're piling up. So we're still working on this one. I'm still kind of thinking about that one, and then this one I wanted to do. Okay, this one is kind of fun. It's gonna be a diagonal here, so I've already cut the pieces. So this is from one of the cards. card faces. So this will go on the back here. And then I've already cut this piece. It was 5 by 3 3/4, and then I just cut it corner to corner, and I think it fits pretty well in there. And so this one, where did my mat go? Because I want to put adhesive all the way to the ends. My mat is very messy. Because I don't want those points to come up. Because it's easier to catch them on something. Okay, so now we'll lay, this one's trickier to lay down. I don't know exactly where to lay it. Okay, not perfect, but close enough. You're not gonna really even see that. Okay, so now I've cut a piece of basic beige to be an inside card. So this is a 7 by what? 4 3/4. Yeah, folded in half. I just basically measured this to make the card, and I'm just gonna stick this right flat on there. So we're just gonna stick this down, and then we're gonna do something fun. Okay, I'm gonna get a circle punch. Let's see, I have the 1 3/4 circle punch. Let's see, this is gonna be 2. I'm gonna get a smaller one. Let's do, what's this? Oh, that's way too small. What's this one? 1/2 inch. Okay. So sorry, this one's retired, but this one's gonna be better. Yeah, this is 1/2 inch. Yeah. Still not quite small enough, I think. Okay, so that's half. Do I have a 1/4 inch one? Let's go see. 1/4 inch. 3/4 one. No, I think the 1/2 is the smallest one that I have. Maybe not. Maybe not. This looks smaller. I think it's smaller. I haven't marked it, so I think it's smaller though. It looks smaller. Oh yeah, this one's good. Okay, so just find a small punch. A hole punch might even work. I'm gonna punch all the corners just like the piece from the paper pumpkin. I'm gonna see if I can do this one again. Yay! Okay, so you don't even know that like there's a card there. So I wonder what size it, oh, no, I don't know what size it is. Okay, so now we're going to put this piece down flat on the back. We're just gonna center it right here. And then we're gonna fold that over and fold that over. Isn't that fun? And then if we want to, we can add some of these elements, but I kind of wanted to use them for this card. So I might stamp the, where did they go? The pumpkins, and then color them, and then I can add in some pumpkins. And then where did that long piece go? The other long piece that I had. I'm not sure. Okay, so that one I'll finish up later. So I'll finish these up, finish that one up later, because there's still a couple more things that I wanted to show you. And one of them, like I said, was this die, this amazing, amazing die. So it's all these leaves, and here's what it looks like with the metallic paper. And then here I cut it out of the DSP. So, And then I was trying to figure out what to layer it on. I'm not loving this, so I don't think I'm doing that. This, I'd rather have something lighter behind it. So I have to find where I put my extra textured piece that I had that I saw. Let me see if I can find that. Ha ha ha. Oh, and here, yeah, here's the paper, the Autumn Toile. So there's this design, and we've seen that design and that design. And there's only 4 designs, but you get 3 pieces of each, which was actually kind of nice because I only bought 1 pack of the DSP, and I was really able to make a lot of cards from it that I wanted to make without having to buy another pack. So it's kind of nice to have that. So I'm trying to figure out where to put this so I can have, see, I have so many other ideas for cards here. Here was another one, so because I have another one of these pieces and I cut a piece out of that. And then there's another one. I just have so many ideas. So many. I think this would be actually cooler if it were on like a piece. Oh, where did that piece go? I want it. Da, da, da. Okay, I might have to also look for that piece later, but definitely some fun things you can do. So I'm gonna decide what I want to do for the front of this card, and I'll show that to you next week. And these are some circles cut out with the circle, the add-ons. I forgot what it's called already, Circle of Seasons, I think. And then I had some leftover pieces because they give you extra pieces that I can use. And here's some of the leaves from the dies. And there's a deer that I also had extra of, and some extra leaves. So now I'm just looking through all of my papers to see where I put, and I still have 1 more of these. So I might just do this one regular, but I haven't decided on that yet. And so there's that, and we could use it with that. And then there's this, and I think that I could switch those up. And then this one, and then this one. So I have lots and lots of possibilities, and I've cut out some of these pieces. So I just had so many pieces. Oh, and I still wanted to use this with this as well because I think they go together nicely. So I'm still thinking about that. And then I have all these leftover pieces of the paper, and I have the paper right here. So it's kind of nice to have 3 sheets instead of just 2 of each. But I am not finding that paper, darn it. Okay, so I'm gonna complete that card and this card and this card, and I'm gonna figure out that, and I'm gonna figure out these, and it'll turn up somewhere. Maybe it's on the floor. But lots and lots of elements, and yeah, I'm gonna try and use more of that up. And I have a whole bunch more branching out dies cut up. So just a fun suite and a really fun paper pumpkin. And I'm gonna color that. Let's see, where could I have put it? I don't know. Okay, well, I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna sit here and make some more cards. But I hope that you guys have enjoyed this little card making session with me. Next week I am going to be doing, oh, I forgot to look ahead of time. Let's see here. Oh, Jolinda texted me that hydrangeas are poisonous to cats. Oh no. All right, well, that's good to know. I'm surprised she didn't get sick earlier because I've had hydrangeas in the house quite a few times before, but I've never noticed her chewing on them. Usually she only chews on rose leaves. Are those poisonous? Okay, what was I looking for? I was looking for the class schedule, and we have today, and we did beautiful pumpkins, and we're doing the, oh, I'm doing the party dies. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to be making cards and banners and all kinds of fun things with the party dies. So I'm really super excited about that. So that's the party dies is next week. Okay. So, hey, Alice, thanks for the smiles. Okay. So darn, I really, really want that piece of cardstock because it would be perfect with this. Oh no, I was thinking with this. Actually, it would be perfect with everything. I might have to open my other kit to get some more. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you had fun and you learned some things, and that if you have the kit, you have a whole bunch of ideas of what you can do with the kit, and get some coordinating items from the Autumn Toile suite. I wrote that word down and my husband didn't know what that word was. So, and I my phone wasn't able to pull up a picture of toile, but you know, yeah, he's not into that kind of thing. So I shouldn't knock him for it. But I will be doing party dies next week. Very exciting. And the following weekend, I have 2 events. I have my bingo. Tomorrow's the last day to sign up for my virtual bingo. We're going to be doing 4 make and takes. I sent out another reminder email showing you 3 of the make and takes we're doing. You're gonna get them in a paper pumpkin box, super cute, because it's the perfect color. It's orange, but we're gonna cutify it a little bit more. And so you're gonna get the box, and we're going to be sending them out this this week, because tomorrow's the last day. We're going to be sending them out this weekend so that you get them in time, so that we can make them together, and so that you'll have your bingo cards and we can play together, and it's going to be super duper fun. I'm so excited to stuff the box with all kinds of goodies. You're going to be getting some ribbon and a pack of embellishments as well. So it's $60. So it's a really great deal, and we're going to have a lot of fun prizes as well. So that is Friday night, October 3rd, from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific time. So that's 4 to 6. What would that be? Eastern time, that would be 7 to 9. So not too late. We didn't want it to be too late for East Coast. So not too bad. You can get in your pajamas or wear a costume. That would be super fun. I might be wearing a costume, and it's going to be a super fun night. And then the following day is World Card Making Day, and I'm going to be hosting an event. So if you're local, you're welcome to come gather here, and we're going to make our kits together and watch Stampin' Up's presentation together. If you're not local, you can still sign up for the event and watch the event. If you sign up for the event, you're going to get a free gift. So make sure you sign up for the event. Even if you're coming here, you want to get your gift. And you also want to get the heartfelt and handmade kit. It is still available. The Road to Christmas is currently unavailable. It was very popular, so it's out of stock right now, but they still have the heartfelt and handmade kit available, so you can still get that. I would say sooner rather than later, because that might sell out too. Everything is until supplies last, right? So that will be on Saturday the 4th from 3 to 5 p.m. Pacific time at my house. Or if you're watching online, it'll be Mountain Time. I want to say 2 o'clock Mountain Time. We're going to watch it delayed because I have something going on from 1 to 3. But double check that time if you're watching on your own. Make sure you have the correct time for your time zone. But it's going to be a super fun way to start off October with virtual bingo, World Card Making Day, and Stampin' Up's starter kit deal. So let me double check that, because you're going to either choose from $99 and get $189, or Did I not refresh this? I need to refresh this. So go back and refresh it. Or you can choose, there it is, to get the kit for new team members. Oh my goodness, for $35. What? You're gonna get $125 worth of product for $35. So that is by far the best deal that Stampin' Up! Has offered. Or for $99, you can get $189 worth of product. So you could get the stamp and cut machine for in this, you know, mostly for free, $80 of it for free and free shipping. So if you don't have one, that's a really good way to get one. It's going to be amazing. So that starts October 1st. So I'm going to be posting about that this week. So you'll see more information about that coming up this week. I'm just trying to grab all of the graphics and put my logo on it and create everything and download everything. All the information just came out today, so I'm still working on it, but very exciting, super fun, and I would love everybody to be on my team. It's really fun. We have a meeting every month and we make cards and we swap. Everybody loves the swap. So we have different themes each month and we make however many cards of however many people are swapping, and even my long distance team members will mail me their swaps, and so we can trade them all out. So super, super fun. And it's gonna be a really great October. So I'm looking at the graphics now and I will be posting those. So super exciting. So many things, and I'll be posting some of these cards on my blog and on my Facebook page, and so many more cards to make. So many more cards to make. So thank you guys again for joining me and staying here with me, even though I'm going over time a bit. But I'm going to take a roll, write all your names down so that you are entered in, because you're gonna win one of these amazing cards that I made today, or that I am going to make. So make sure, if you are still here, to say hi so you can get your chance. So I'm just gonna write this down, and then we've got her and we've got her, and I think I've got everybody on this one. Yes. Okay. And even if you're watching the replay, if you comment on the replay, I go back and I look at all the comments on the replay and I add those in to the raffle as well. So don't be afraid to say hi and comment on the replay, or ask questions or make comments. And I will see you guys next Tuesday, and we're going to have a party. And I hope you have a great week. This is the last full week of September, and then the 30th is the last day of September, and then we'll be into October already. So I need to plan putting up my Halloween decorations this weekend, probably. Exciting, fun things. I'm sure my son and my husband are gonna love decorating this weekend with me. Thanks, guys.